Welcome back to CryptosRus. I'm George. We're all George. So, good morning. Welcome to another Market Open stream. Today, I'm going to talk about the 75% chance that Bitcoin has to get a major pump by the end of this year. So, let's talk about this and talk about everything else that's going on in the world today. Welcome. The market bell, of course, has just rung, the best bell in the industry by far. Today, let's start out with the U.S. markets. U.S., I don't know, it's kind of mixed. Yesterday, NASDAQ was pretty good. Overall market was pretty good yesterday. Today, it looks like it could be in the green, but maybe not. We got some economic data that's actually in line with expectations. So, I mean, it certainly can still turn around. We did get PCE inflation data this morning. This is what Powell prefers. Powell prefers PCE. He believes it's more accurate than CPI, and PCE shows that month to month or year to year, I should say, 3.3% for inflation. And that's the estimate was 3.3%, so it came right along with expectations. So you could see PC got as high as almost 7%. We went as low as 3%. We jumped up to 3.3%. We kind of expected that because CPI also jumped up by 0.2% or 0.3%. So that comes in line with expectations, right? So no panic about this. We also got jobless claims at 228,000, okay, which is coming in below estimates of 235,000. So that's good. Overall, we are still seeing jobs. We just had a jobs report earlier this week. We added 199,000 jobs, okay? So there are people still finding jobs. You know, a number of people that are unemployed have not been going up. It's about consistent. And inflation is still low. It hasn't really crept up, although this is, we'll have to see the next months, right, to really measure if it's starting to come up, because this is the first time it kind of ticked up a little bit. So that's how it looks like. So U.S. economy still looks pretty good. It's not optimal. It's not at an all-time high, obviously, but it's hanging in there despite the Fed fund rate being at 5.5% and mortgage rates above 7% and everything else like in the 8s or 9%. Okay, so if you take those into consideration, it's doing pretty well. Although not every Fed believes that it's good enough. So you have another Fed president that believes that interest rates are still too high, and Powell needs to be more aggressive. Okay, I don't think anyone thinks that Powell should raise the rates anymore. But you know what? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's other Fed presidents that do. Thinks that Powell needs to be more aggressive, more hawkish. Come the FOMC meeting next month, right? That's coming. Today's the end of the month for August. We are hitting September tomorrow. I mean, this month flew by fast. Very fast. And you know what? You know what else may be coming tomorrow, September 1st? Something absolutely enormous, and that has to do with this. Okay, so we have 6 different ETFs pending right now with the SEC. Okay, so tomorrow is a huge deadline. Because of this ruling, because Grayscale won this huge battle against the SEC, okay, this pretty much paves way and makes it 100% certain that we will get a Bitcoin spot ETF by the end of next year. However, estimates are now at 75% for approval by the end of this year. Okay, because of this, because Grayscale won against the SEC. The judge looking over this said the SEC did not provide sufficient evidence that a spot Bitcoin ETF would behave any different than a future-based ETF, okay? And that the lame excuse that the SEC gave about, well, there's fraud and manipulation, again, it applies to both. It doesn't apply to one. So the SEC really doesn't have anything else to say. They can't nitpick on anything anymore. And there are small nitpicks. For example, not having a surveillance partner. All these fund companies just immediately add Coinbase. You want a surveillance partner? Okay, well, you choose Coinbase, right? You want a custodian? Okay, we'll choose Coinbase, right? So there's really nothing that SEC can do anymore unless they just come out with some other weird, some other weird thing. But then they're probably going to be sued, and then, they're going to get into it and lose again, right? So, I don't know. Because there's a 75% chance, of course, this is just made up by analysts. It's not like any official measurement or anything. But let's just go along with this, if there's a 75% chance that Bitcoin ETF will be approved by the end of the year, tomorrow, September 1st, with those 6 pending, odds can't be that bad. There's not that many deadlines by the end of this year. There's one tomorrow, and I believe the next one is in November. Okay, so it's either tomorrow or November, right? And if one gets approved, they're all going to get approved. There's no reason why they wouldn't, because they all basically do the same thing. And they're all from major fund companies that have billions or trillions of assets, and they all have ETFs already. They all know what they're doing. Okay, so if one gets approved, all of them will get approved. And you know what? We might get a huge boost tomorrow, even though it's, I don't think it's 75% chance tomorrow, but hey, it could be 25% chance. That's not too bad. Maybe 50%. No, I say it's more like 25%. 25% ain't bad. So, this is exciting. It's very, very, very exciting indeed, right? So, look forward to this. Once a Bitcoin SPY ETF gets approved, when Bitcoin pumped up after the grayscale ruling, that was just like a tip of the iceberg. That was nothing. When we get the very first one, either from ARK or BlackRock or even grayscale, we will see Bitcoin pump by maybe like, I don't know, 3, 4, 5,000, I would say immediately. And then we're going to see some major money coming in over time that will pump it a lot more, right? So that is coming. Also, those of you guys that's measuring or watching the presidential candidates, Vivek, he recently commented on the grayscale's victory, and basically he's like, this is good. This is good. We want to keep things in-house. Why do we want all these ETF providers to go overseas to offer them? No, we want some in the United States, right? It makes sense. It makes sense. This is why everyone wants Gary Gensler out, because he's simply driving innovation away. He's driving all these great developers and leaders and projects overseas. Why? Keep them in-house. They are the future. Web3 is definitely the future. So why would you not want the brightest and the latest tech to stay within the United States, right? Why drive into Singapore or Hong Kong or I don't know, UK, right? Keep them in-house. So I agree. I definitely agree. And it's a big, big thing. Of course, Bitcoin volume has picked up once again, at least a 2-week high, but still low. Bitcoin volume was very, very low. Like, it was like all-time low. Okay, like really, it's a really stagnant period right now, right? But like I said before, and I'll say it again, stagnant is okay. Low volatility is okay. Okay? And here's why. Because we're at what? $26,000, $27,000. It's way better than hanging around $4,000 back in 2019. Okay? Back then, was painful, right? Seeing Bitcoin at 4,000 each was painful. At 26,000, not so much. And pretty soon we will break above and people will forget. And after the next halving cycle and after the next parabolic rise, the low point after that could be 40 or 50,000. Okay, it's just the lows keep getting higher and higher and higher and higher. So this is a good thing that could lead to greater price appreciation, obviously, once we start moving, right? And the HODL waves measuring the number of holders just keeps on going up and up and up and up and up, over 70%. 70%. Actually, last time I saw another one that was like 75, 76% of long-term holders just not touching their Bitcoin. This is why it's so stagnant. That's why it's also good, because they're not selling it. No one's panic selling. No one is selling Bitcoin. Everyone is staying calm and cool and collected and DCing as they can, right? And that's why the number of holders keep on going up. Up, up, up. Just like this. Just like this. Up and up and up and up. Bitcoin keeps forming higher lows and higher highs. And this cycle around, it's going to be no different. No different. All right. Outside of all this bullish Bitcoin news, this is also pretty bullish too. You know, I talked about this a few days ago, how the X platform has a payment license in, they got in Rhode Island or something, but it turns out they have payment license in 7 states, and they're probably still adding more. So that means for sure we will see X, aka Twitter, become a payment app, or at least offer payments within pretty soon. Pretty soon. And I'm pretty sure there will definitely be crypto involved. Pretty sure there will be Doge and Bitcoin and Ethereum support, and who knows what other support it'll have, right? Elon's vision of a super app, being able to do everything within app, I think that includes having a crypto wallet, a self-custody wallet, and also being able to pay utilizing this wallet, right? And have crypto support. I'm pretty sure that is in the works. So this also could be coming when this gets announced. Could be also a huge boost to Bitcoin and crypto. No doubt about it. It's Elon, right? Whatever he does is big. It's huge, enormous, massive. So this is also coming. And then I saw this too. I did cover this briefly yesterday, but Uniswap was being sued and they won, which is great. But also the judge that ruled in that case, okay, ruled that Ether is also a commodity. So now it's pretty much a done deal. Ethereum is a commodity. It is not a security. SEC is not going to touch it when so many already recognize it as a commodity. And here's the good thing. Here's the good thing. That judge is also overseeing the case between the SEC and Coinbase. So if she already believes, you know, Ethereum is a commodity, and she understands that DEXs are not offering security trading or security contracts, well, you put the two together, she's pretty savvy. So most likely that Coinbase lawsuit is going to end up with Coinbase winning and SEC losing, because they don't really have a case. They just claim that Coinbase is selling securities just because they're selling them automatically makes them a security. That's not true, right? So based on this, and based on the fact that the judge is residing over that other lawsuit, I think Coinbase is going to win too. Maybe I don't know how long it's going to take. Probably not this year, but maybe early next year before the halving event. This will also be resolved, pushing Bitcoin and crypto higher again. The SEC is just going to take a lot of L's. They're going to keep taking L's. You know, if they want to go after the bad guys, that's great. No one is going to fault them or stop them from doing that. But if they keep going after the good guys for no apparent reason, they will lose. Gary will be thrown out and fired eventually. right? And that's what it's looking like right now. Last thing, I saw this. I don't know if XRP guys need to worry about this, but Swift just tested. I don't know what blockchain, if it's their own or what, but they're testing out, how to use blockchain, right? How to use tokens for transferring money, right? This is exactly what XRP is doing, and Swift is not sitting idle. Now they're starting to test it. They're like, oh, okay, maybe we need to worry about all this crypto stuff, right? And that's exactly what they are doing right now. All right. That's pretty much what I want to cover this morning. Everything is in green again. That's terrific. Coinbase is down today. No good. Hopefully that flips. And then what is it? Let's see. Mara is up. Mara is up today, so that's good. They are a Bitcoin miner. And overall market cap slightly down from yesterday. Let's see if this could pick up. Hey, Doge is up. Doge is up probably because of the X news. All right, let's do some Q&A. Oh, sorry. I thought I had a microphone in mute. All right. George, you mentioned a climbing wall. Pull a ball pit under. I cannot because it's in my sports court. It would take up too much space. George, it's difficult to predict something with levels of manipulation. Well, that's true. That's true. But sometimes manipulation is on our side. And things get manipulated upwards, not just downwards. So, but I get what you're saying. These big boys coming in, there's going to be more. There's going to be more for sure. William Alexander, the 228,000 jobless doesn't mean that it's new people that lost jobs. It's the existing ones that's claiming over and over and over. The 199,000 jobs added are new jobs added. So it's not a net loss of 29,000. Okay, the 228,000 just basically didn't move. Michael Cash. The F430 Scuderia or 360 Challenge Stradale, which has a possibility of higher appreciation. To be honest, I see a lot more Scuderias around than Challenge Stradalas. Although they're both very good, they both sound good. But I argue the 360 Challenge. I like the way it looks. I think it looks better. I think it sounds better. But there's no doubt the 430 drives better and is faster because its F1 transmission is more updated, right? It's a little bit more modern, but there's a lot less 360 Stradales. Before I was really into them, and I would love to get one someday, but I see Scooteritas all the time, but not Stradales. If you could only choose one coin for the next bull run, what would it be? Bitcoin. Bitcoin's the only sure thing. Okay, I know that sounds like a lame, answer. Like, oh, pick something better, right? But like, honestly, Bitcoin's the only one that you can trust forever. Okay, I don't know what's going to happen in 5 years. I don't know what's going to happen in 10 years. But I do know Bitcoin will be around in 10 years. Will Ethereum still be the top, smart contract platform in 10 years? I can't say that for certainty, right? So if I had to choose one, it would just be Bitcoin. Be honest, do you own your own channel? Yes. I'm a partner. I have a partner of one, basically. I only have one partner in my business, and it's myself. I don't have any other partners. So no, I'm not gonna be thrown out. But I may retire one day, that's a possibility. How did I get Ferrari as fast as you did? I hear stories of 10 years waitlist. No, that's only on a special, super limited. The Pure Sangye right now is a 3-year waitlist. I don't know if they're going to give it to anyone that's right off the street. But I asked my rep. He's like, yeah, it's a 3-year waitlist. Ferrari is purposely slowing down deliveries. So I don't know. Like everything else, the 296 GDP is already out. You can't order anymore. I was lucky. I got my F8. I was one of the last ones to be able to order. And it took a year and a half. But all the new ones, I don't know. They seem like they're just getting slower and slower and slower, and they're doing it on purpose. They're only releasing like 50 Pure Sangeys like a year or something ridiculously low on purpose. They don't want to compete with Lambo. They don't care that Urus is around or whatever the new one is. They feel like they're in a league by themselves. Should we sell off our stocks, Jeremy? I don't know why you would want to do that. If you have good stocks and you believe in them, then keep on holding. Today is kind of weak. Not a big rally day. Yeah, I mean, Lamborghini is owned by, VW. So they mass produce stuff, right? And the Lambo platform is shared with the Audi R8 platform. I mean, so at least the Huracan is. So yeah, it's just not as pure, I guess. Jose, I will not be doing that, all right? He's going through tough times right now. And I don't want to add to that. Mike, I appreciate it. Do I need a pilot when I retire? Maybe. I don't even know how pilots work for a private jet. Do they just sit around all day waiting for a call, or do they have multiple clients? Like, I don't know how that works. Like, do you rent pilots, or do you put them on the payroll and they're just waiting? Like, how does that? I don't know how that works. What do you think about the Mustang Dark Horse for 104K? Why would it be 104K? I don't know. I'm not a fan of Mustangs. I used to be, but I find the recent ones just like blah, just okay. Dark Horse doesn't look any better. I thought it should have looked better than I guess better than I thought it would be, but it wasn't. I have not driven it yet. And that new one, the new race version of the Mustang for 300,000, that's just ridiculous. That's just, I mean, stupid. When you could buy a Porsche GT3 for under 200, who's gonna buy that Mustang for 300K? At least produce a new exotic car or something for 300K. I just Ford. I don't know. Ford. I don't know what they're doing. Just put it that way. Will there be another Fomore Pass show? Well, maybe. Right now we're gonna concentrate. All of us judges, Brian and I, and others will be concentrating on next crypto gem, which is coming out next week, Thursday of next week. So exactly 1 week from now, the next crypto gem will be out, and it's going to be amazing. And for season 2, there's going to be so much more. But season 1 is already really good. So I think you guys will enjoy that for 7 straight weeks. I sit around a lot and make a salary from one person that owns a jet. Really? So you are officially his employee then? That's interesting. Mustangs are like Jeeps. I only see D-bags and girls driving them. There are a lot of girls that drive Jeeps. I don't see that many Mustangs around. I don't see a lot of girls driving Mustangs. I see a lot of guys driving. But Jeeps, I see an enormous amount of girls driving Jeeps. Kaya, no, I didn't stop making car reviews. It's just, it's slow, and I have other things going on. But I put a Prius video last week. Tristan Chan, hi. KM, I appreciate that. What is it with girls and Jeeps? I don't know. I don't know. I swear I see more girls drive Jeeps than guys. And the big SUVs like the Yukons and the Escalades and all those big ass SUVs, I see more, housewives drive those than anything else. Or, gold diggers or trophy wives. I don't know what it is. Like, they just love those big SUVs. Three of my girl cousins all own Jeeps. Yeah. Homer's live. Thanks for responding last night. My cousin and I are working together to accumulate Bitcoin and layer 2s. Slowly but surely. That's awesome. That's great. That's great. Thoughts on Arweave? No, I take it back. I was going to say the most promising decentralized storage play, but it's the one I like the most. I think they have a lot of potential. They're like an L1 too, but they're storage backbone for Solana as well. And they have dApps on top too. So I like them more than, say, Filecoin and Siacoin. Would you like to use my CA3LT convertible for review? I'll see. Okay, well, if I'm in Fort Lauderdale, Jason, I'm not going to be reviewing no cars, so I would love to drive the new Z06. All the dealerships are still marking them like crazy. I would love to drive the new Z06. In fact, I would just love to drive the new Corvette. Is it a C8 or C9? I think it's a C8, right? I have not driven one yet. I still think GM did such a good job with the new vet. It looks like a you know, exotic car on the street. They did a terrific job, but I'd love to get a Z06. What was a favorite movie you watched this year so far? Oh, that's a good question. That's a really good question. I don't know. I think the best performance, okay, let's just put it this way. I don't remember all the movies I watched. I watched a lot. And there was some very good ones. I watched one recently, too, that was good. But the best performance have to be Jason Momoa's performance in Fast X. Like, that's like Heath Ledger, Joker level good. Like, he was amazing as that villain. That movie would have been garbage without him. So they got really lucky that they got him. Like, his performance in that movie was like Heath Ledger Joker level. It's crazy. But as for my favorite movie this year, I don't know. I've seen so many. I can't think of what was the best one. Pro XX. I missed buy opportunity to buy. Sorry, I missed the opportunity to buy BTC at 25,000. Should I buy now, or do you think it'll come down? I mean, it's only 2,000 off, man. It's less than 10% away. So if you missed out, you really didn't. You never know. You know, if you're waiting for it to come back down, which it can happen. If something else happens, the market crashes, whatever, it certainly can happen. But maybe tomorrow we get some big ETF approvals and then, boom, we're going to go right back up to above 30,000. Oh, yeah, I just watched Gran Turismo recently. That's the movie I watched. Gran Turismo was actually a pretty good movie. Not the best in the world, not the best I've ever seen, but surprisingly good. The Flash was okay, not that good. Yeah, Gran Turismo was actually way better than I thought. It was a little long toward the end, but it was really good. I didn't see Oppenheimer yet, or Oppenheimer. I didn't see that yet. Top Gun Maverick was really good. That might have been, yeah, that might have been my favorite movie for this year. I don't know, even, yeah, it came out this year. Mission Impossible is good, but Top Gun was better. Yeah. I didn't like Guardians 3 that much, to be honest. It was too sad. Guardians 3 was more sad than good. When they were going over the history of Rocket, when he was a kid, how he got made, his friends, that was too much, man. That was a tearjerker. That was so sad. If you were a kid watching that, you'd be like bawling your eyes out, crying for like a half hour. They made that storyline way too sad. The movie itself was not that good. The villain was not that good, but man, that part about Rocket, oh, it's too much. All right, let's conclude. Basically, you got a 75% chance of an explosion, of a huge pump, you know, with a Bitcoin spot ETF approval. And one could come as early as tomorrow, right? So think about that. Think about that. And everything else that's good that's going on. There's just a lot of goodness. So stay strong, my friends. I'll see you guys tonight. 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. All right? Have a good one, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.